Good afternoon and welcome to the commentary ups coverage of the Premier League encounter between Manchester United and West Ham United, the home of alternative commentary. This is the commentary up. I'm Russ Finnan and I'll be presenting the coverage. Today we've got your commentator Paul James standing by. He's got all the important team news for the game between Manchester United and West Ham United. But what I will tell you, if you're just tuning in and not seeing the team news yet, there is no Anthony at all for Manchester United. He is injured, we are being told. And we've also been told that Victor Lindelof is out through illness. See who replaces them in the side for the games and see how many changes West Ham make from their midweek clash in the Europa Conference League. We'll see how everything goes there. But let's take a look at some of the earliest scores from the doors and on the doors from the matches taking place today. In the Premier League early on, which I've just been watching myself here in the studio, it's finished Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0. In the Premier League 2, it finished, which is the under 21s league, it finished Southampton 8, Middlesbrough 1 in the under 21s, and 7 minutes ago, it's Brighton 0, Chelsea 0 in the under 21 league. In the Women's Super League, results for you: Brighton 0, Tottenham Hotspur 8, Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1, Everton 0, Manchester United 3, Manchester City 2, Liverpool 1. So back-to-back defeats for both the men and the women's. Liverpool side after the men's fell to a 2-1 defeat to Leeds United yesterday. Reading 2, Leicester 1. Leicester were 1-0 up in that game against Reading, but goals in this where Reading came back with 2 late goals in stoppage time to beat the Foxes. And Arsenal women take on West Ham at 6:45 UK time in the WSL. In the Women's Championship, finished Durham 0, Crystal Palace 1, and he's also finished Southampton 1, Sunderland 0, Birmingham 2, Sheffield United 1, Charlton 0, Bristol City 2, Coventry United 0, Lewes 1, London City Lionesses 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. There in the under 17s is finished Liechtenstein 0, Azerbaijan 8, Ukraine 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. In the French League A, to tell you about some results: Auxerre 1, Ajaccio 0, Brest 0, Reims 0, Monaco 2, Angers 0, Nantes 1, Clermont 1, Rennes 3, Montpellier 0, 4 minutes gone is Lorient 0, Nice 0, and this evening at 7:45 is Lyon against Lille. For you. In the German Bundesliga, 81 minutes gone is Union Berlin 1, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1, Schalke against Freiburg is at 4 kickoff, while FC Cologne take on Offenheim is at 6 kickoff UK time. In the Italian Serie A, to tell you all about, it finished Empoli 0, Atlanta 2, Cremonese 0, Udinese 0, and Spezia 1, Fiorentina 2. Lazio against Salernitana kick off at 5 o'clock, while Torino take on AC Milan at 7:45. In the Scottish Premiership, to tell you all about, it finished Livingston 0, Celtic 3, and Ross County 1, Hearts 2 is the latest score, 51 minutes gone there. In La Liga, to tell you about, it finished Osasuna 2, Real Valladolid 0. It's currently Real Madrid 0, Girona 0 at half time, while Athletic Club take on Villarreal at 5:30, while Real Betis travel to Real Sociedad for an 8 o'clock kick-off there. In the MLS, in one of their playoff matches, conference final between Los Angeles FC against Austin FC is a 7 o'clock kick-off in the MLS. There in the under 17 Women's World Cup. In the third place playoff, he finished Nigeria 3, Germany 3. He went to penalties and Nigeria won 3-2 on penalties. And it's currently 0-0 between Colombia and Spain on 82 minutes. That looks like that's going to go to penalties as well. We'll let you know if that is going to go to penalties. We'll let you know all about that later. I can tell you just while we're waiting, there's a big chance in that game going towards Spain. I can tell you about in a moment. Hopefully we'll get the news of a goal in that one. And Spain have just taken the lead. It's coming the 82nd minute. We're waiting to get the confirmation of the goal scorer for you. We have to bring you the goal scorer very late on, but that's a very hard break for Colombia in the final of the Under 17 Women's World Cup. We'll begin across to Paul James in a minute as the teams are in the tunnel at Old Trafford, where Paul is standing by. He's just sitting a few rows down from where I was sitting from our studio position. Just to tell you, in the FAWNL plate, Leeds United women have progressed, beating Solihull Moors by 3-1. Brown, Smart and Danby on the score sheet for Leeds United women. So good results all round for Leeds United fans, with both the men's and the women's side picking up wins this weekend. The men's with an 89th minute winner from Crescencio Somerville, whose birthday is today. So very happy birthday from everyone here at the Commentary Hub to Crescencio Somerville, the Leeds United winger who scored in the Premier League last night in his second Premier League start of his career at Anfield as Leeds United won 2-1 against Liverpool. Some may say that's a shock, some may not, after Nottingham Forest beat them just a week or so ago. Well then, with the teams in the tunnel and almost getting ready to come out, it's time for me to hand over to your match commentary team, or match commentator should I say. Very good afternoon, and first of all, very good afternoon to your match commentator, Paul James.
Good afternoon, Ross. Good afternoon, everybody. And let's do our first job of the day, which is, of course, the teams. For Manchester United, 4 changes in the lineup, as my producer Ross mentioned earlier. There is no Anthony. He's out injured. Lindelof has an illness. So 4 changes from the 3-0 win over Sheriff Tiraspol in the week. David De Gea in goal. He's on 134 clean sheets right now. Diogo Dala. Maguire is back in the lineup. Harry Maguire, he's the captain as well. Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw make up the back 4. Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen making his 249th Premier League appearance, are in the all too familiar holding midfield roles right now. Anthony Elanga, Bruno Fernandes, also on 99 appearances right now. Cristiano Ronaldo make up the attacking midfielders. Marcus Rashford is his forward up front for Manchester United. For West Ham, they are making 10 changes from their 1-0 win over Silkeborg. And the only survivor from that lineup is Saeed Benrahma. So Lucas Fabianski starts in goal. Aaron Cresswell, Kurt Zouma, Craig Dawson, Thilo Kehrer make up the defence. Declan Rice, the captain, and Thomas Souček in the holding midfield roles. Thomas Souček making his 100th appearance today in the Premier League for West Ham. Attacking midfielders are Saeed Benrahma, Flynn Downs, Jared Bowen, and Gianluca Scamacca make up the starting lineup for West Ham United. Substitutions, interesting ones for Manchester United. They have 2 goalkeepers, one being Nathan Bishop, if he was to come on today, would make his debut. Martin Dubravka, Tyrell Malacia, Fred, Facundo Pellistri also would make his debut if he came on. Donny van der Beek, Scott McTominay, Alejandro Garnacho, and Jadon Sancho make up the substitutes for Manchester United. For West Ham, it's Alfonso Arolia in the substitute goalkeeper, Ben Johnson, Vladimir Kufo, Angelo Ogbana, Emerson, Pablo Fornals, Fernando Lanzini and Connor Coventry, and Mikhail Antonio make up the substitutes for West Ham United. Our officials today, the referee is Chris Kavanagh. His assistants are Lee Bettis, Ian Hussin. Jared Gillett is on fourth official duty, and in the VAR booth is Paul Tierney and Steve Meredith. And this is the 150th match between these two teams in all competitions. United have won 71, West Ham 46, and we've played out 32 draws. West Ham are going to get the game underway in their change strip of white with red trim. They've got, I would say, orange shorts, really, and they are attacking the Stretford end. Manchester United, of course, in their famous red and white. And already Manchester United are on the back foot right now, with West Ham having a throw in about 6 yards from the corner flag. Looks like it's to be taken on the far side by Thilo Kehrer. Been such an effective player since he has joined for West Ham United, and just launches it into the box. It's just headed away by Casemiro, knocked back in there, and Dalot attempts to clear the ball. He doesn't get it very far, but the referee has noticed a foul by Declan Rice, the West Ham captain, and he is going to be penalised for that. So welcome to this live stream today. My name is Paul James. Please feel free to comment. Just keep your comments clean, please. And I'll try to read them out on air as the game progresses. The ball now is with David De Gea, and he just plays the ball out to Martinez. Back to David De Gea. Maguire now back in the starting lineup after a time out. He is back with the captain's armband today, and this is due to Rafael Varane's illness. And here's the ball in midfield now with Eriksen, gives it to Cristiano Ronaldo, back in the lineup after his indiscretions, scored during the week. There's a foul by Souček on Ronaldo, and it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. So Manchester United looking to keep their excellent form going. The ball is played there by Rashford, but it's intercepted. And, it's an opportunity now. And Benrahma's in. He's got a bit of space in front of him. What can he do? Benrahma gets a shot away. But that is an excellent block by Martinez. And United can kind of come away with the ball now. It was given to Rashford, but it was just, he was unable to control it. And the ball goes out of play for a throw-in to West Ham United. That was the first real break for West Ham. They just got inside the defence a little bit. Benrahma was not able to get the shot on target, though. It was blocked. It was a good piece of defending by Martinez. And it's going to be a goal kick now to Manchester United. The throw-in really led to nothing. And just looking at the first meeting between these two sides, it was on the 25th of February 1911 in an FA Cup third round tie at Upton Park. West Ham beat Manchester United by 2-1. 27,000 people was present, and goals from Thomas Caldwell and Daniel Shea for West Ham United, Sandy Turnbull for Manchester United. Ball is now with Martinez, and he gives it to Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire gives it back to Martinez. And he just holds the ball up at the moment. United just being a little bit patient. 3 minutes gone here. It's 0-0. It's back with Martinez now. Just looking for open spaces here. Gives the ball to Harry Maguire. Maguire to Dalot. United at the moment just knocking it about in their own half right now. West Ham have started an early press really on Manchester United. And at the moment, United just looking to calm things down a little bit. But what a super ball. And it finds Dalot. Dalot plays the ball across. And Rashford was unable to connect to that. And the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. But that was a wonderful pass here by Martinez. Found Dalot right to his feet. And he plays the ball across there looking for Rashford. But Rashford was not able to connect very well on that. And the ball just trickles wide for a goal kick. And he holds his head in his hands there, and he's looking at himself perhaps at that and thinking he should have done a lot better. Be a throw into West Ham now, almost level with the halfway line. And it's to be taken by Kira, sorry. And Kira gets the ball back, holding the ball up there now. He's under pressure a little bit from Casemiro. And there is a free kick for the foul by Casemiro that time. And a free kick to West Ham, midway inside the Manchester United half of the field. Declan Rice is already standing over it. West Ham, they're going to push a few players forward here. Declan Rice gives the ball to Kira. Kira goes back to Dawson. Dawson then goes all the way back to Lucas Fabianski in the West Ham goal. Well, Lucas Fabianski has been largely responsible for West Ham's success, really, in the Premier League in recent years. Has been a superb goalkeeper for them. It's launched forward now, and that's good defending by Kira. He just gets up ahead of Rashford and nods it back to Lucas Fabianski, and he drops it to Kurt Zouma. And here's Rice. Gives it back to Zouma. Just under no pressure whatsoever, just gives it back to Fabianski. And Fabianski right-footed, looking for Kira. Kira just heads the ball on. He's not able to find Downs, and Manchester United intercept. And Rashford loses the ball there. Second time he's given a ball away in this game. And here is Downs. Ball is cleared forward now, and breaking away here is Bowen. And it's a good piece of defending again by Martinez. Stop Bowen in his track there. The ball's launched forward now. Surely Rashford is offside. And I think the flag really didn't get raised. It was actually Anthony Elanga, and he looked offside to me. Actually, no, he was onside. It was a good opportunity for Elanga. He gets inside the defence, but his shot is weak and it goes wide. Anthony Elanga there. He just pulls his shot wide. Disappointing for him. Here is Kira now from the goal kick. Just knocked on, and Bowen is chasing this one now. He's got Luke Shaw ahead of him. Bowen cuts inside. He may get the shot away. That's a good challenge by Luke Shaw. And Manchester United now can try to come away with it, but they've given the ball away again. And Declan Rice now has it. Manchester United, just in the first 8 minutes or so of this game, have made a habit of giving the ball away. And Kurt Zouma now has it in possession for West Ham as they can once again launch the ball forward in the hope of pressing United. Kira just unable to control it, and it's picked up now by Eriksen. Casemiro got two West Ham players around him. He just knocks the ball back to Eriksen in the centre circle. Eriksen gives the ball out on the far side to Shaw. Shaw there, just looking for Elanga, who just knocks the ball back to Martinez. And Manchester United just don't really quite look organised at the moment. Eriksen here, they are the favourites to win this game. Statistically, 46% win chance. Here's Elanga, Rashford. And here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo just flips it back to Fernandes. 99 starts for Manchester United. Here's Fernandes. And it's just intercepted that time by Rice, and it goes back to Zouma. And Manchester United, once again, their attack breaks down. The ball is played forward, and it's just knocked down by Casemiro and gives the ball to Eriksen. Eriksen to Elanga. Back to Casemiro. Casemiro plays the ball forward looking for Rashford, but it's wayward again, and he'll just run out onto the far side. Yes, Kira or Rashford. Neither of them able to keep the ball in play, and it will be a throw-in to West Ham. Well, the Hammers have, after a very shaky start to the season, have definitely recovered their season somewhat. Kira with the throw-in, his performances this season are largely responsible for that. Thilo Kehrer has won 72% of his challenges and 88.10% pass accuracy. So Kira is having a wonderful season so far in the Premier League. He'll certainly be in Hansi Flick's World Cup squad, one would expect. Here's Declan Rice. And it's Downs. Gives the ball back to Rice, right on the halfway line. Downs and Declan Rice just passing the ball back and forward one to another. You're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. And the ball is with Kurt Zuma right now inside his own half. And he just gives the ball to Dawson. And out on the far side now to Kira. Kira looking to get Bowen away. The pass is just a bit wayward. Martinez able to just cut in front of Bowen and just shield that ball out of play for a goal kick. We have exactly 10 minutes gone at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 0, West Ham United 0. My name's Paul James, and we hope you're enjoying this live stream of Manchester United versus West Ham United. And on the ball there now is Martinez, and he gives it to Shaw. Ball is launched long and is looking for Rashford. Rashford just can't get behind Dawson, who just shields away Rashford. And the ball is now with Kurt Zuma. It's gone back to Fabianski. Bearing down on him was Cristiano Ronaldo. For a second there, I thought Fabianski had panicked, but he clears the ball away well. And here's Eriksen. Eriksen gives the ball now to Martinez. He turns it to Eriksen now. Eriksen just looking for options. Doesn't seem to be a lot available. Here's Casemiro to Ronaldo. Ronaldo back to Casemiro. And here's Harry Maguire venturing forward. Maguire gives the ball to Anthony Elanga. Elanga, that's almost a good interception by Cresswell. But Elanga gets the ball back. Fernandes. Eriksen got space in front of him, launches the ball over on the far side. Good piece of defending by Kira, just knocks the ball out of play as Luke Shaw was ghosting in on the back there. But a good header out of play by Kira. And here is Shaw, and he gives the ball now to Casemiro. Maguire, just over the halfway line. And he just feeds the ball to Martinez. United just looking for options, but West Ham very resolute at the back. And United now just enjoying a spell of possession, really for the first time in this first half. And here's Martinez. Martinez, well, he just tried to play in Shaw there, but Shaw gets dispossessed. Here's Kira. Kira looking for Downs. Good interception by Casemiro. United win the ball back just inside the West Ham half. And here is Eriksen, and Eriksen tried to play the ball forward, and Elanga is chasing down, and Dalot is up there. Certainly moved forward from his right back position, and Dalot there just not able to close in on the goalkeeper, and Fabianski picks the ball up. Kurt Zuma then gives it back to Fabianski. Diogo Dalot, well, he's been impressive for Manchester United as well this season. And Kira is fouled as he ventures forward by Rashford. Rashford down, clutching his face. Looks like he fell awkwardly. Chris Kavanagh going over to investigate just to see what's going on there. And Dalot is just communicating with his team there. And, well, I have to say, for Manchester United, it's been a bit of a shaky start, and they're just sort of getting themselves into the game now. West Ham started very well, pressing early on. And it's going to be a free kick now to West Ham, about 6 yards inside the Manchester United half. Thilo Kehrer is over it. And he gives it to Bowen. Bowen just flicked forward, looking for Downs. Back to Kehrer. And it's now with Souček, who gives the ball back. And it goes all the way back to the West Ham goalkeeper. And the West Ham goalkeeper there, Lucas Fabianski, clears the ball downfield. And it's picked up by Eriksen. Eriksen launches the ball forward for Fernandes to chase, but it just goes back through to Fabianski. And he just lets the ball go now. And here's Said Benrahma. And he's dispossessed, is Benrahma. And Casemiro now gives the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo shoots, and it's the first shot on goal. Fabianski is behind it. And it's a comfortable save but that is a very dangerous giveaway by Saeed Benrahma that time. West Ham nearly caught out. Saeed Benrahma just loses the ball there. Casemiro picks it up, played the ball to Ronaldo. A lot of space in front for the Portuguese legend. And his shot, really, one would expect him to do a little better, but it's a comfortable save nevertheless for Lucas Fabianski. And here is Dawson now. Dawson gives the ball away. And coming forward now is Rashford. Rashford inside the penalty area. Cuts inside, gets a shot, it's deflected. And it just goes over the crossbar. Oh, another terrible giveaway by West Ham presented. A second opportunity in really as many minutes. He cuts inside here. It looks like the deflection came off Dawson as well. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm just trying to see who that came off. It actually came off Bowen, and it just goes over the crossbar. But what an opportunity for Manchester United. Two chances really now. First corner of the game is Fernandes. Fernandes just gives it to Shaw. Got a bit of space in front of him. Outside of the foot, launches it in. Headed away by Zuma. Good header away. Got some distance on it, but United still have it. Fernandes plays the ball over on the far side to Anthony Elanga. Good tackle by Cresswell, but United win the ball back. Dalot plays across it. Oh, it's Rashford and a super save! Oh, Rashford with the header. And Manchester United now turning the screws. Anthony Elanga gives the ball there to Dalot. Dalot gets across in. The header by Rashford. It's a comfortable save, really. You would expect Rashford to do better. It was a free header. Warning signs for the West Ham defence. 16 minutes gone, 0-0. Benrahma plays the ball out on the far side. Thilo Kehrer likes to get forward. He has the ball now, and he plays the ball there to Scamacca. Back to Dawson. Here's Cresswell venturing further forward. See if West Ham can apply some pressure. It's launched into the box. Knocked on by Scamacca. Ball bouncing around in the United penalty area, and it's cleared away to the halfway line now. And here is Kurt Zouma. Zuma gives the ball to Cresswell. And it's with Benrahma. Benrahma, good move by Benrahma, just escaping from three United players. Benrahma gets a shot away, but it's blocked. And here's Scamacca, blocked by Maguire. And Bruno Fernandes is under pressure, but he was actually fouled, and it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Well, both sides have put pressure on the other. Both defences just look maybe a little shaky. And it is a free kick to Manchester United for the foul on Bruno Fernandes. So taken quickly, and United now looking to formulate another attack. And it's back with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gives it to Martinez. Martinez back to Shaw. 18 minutes gone. Manchester United 0. West Ham United 0. Oh, on the ball in the centre circle now is Martinez, and he's just looking for options. He's not able to find any. He makes the easy pass to Luke Shaw, really. And Luke Shaw sprays the ball across to Harry Maguire. Maguire, long ball over on the far side, but intercepted by Kehrer. And Souček now for West Ham. It's dispossessed, and Ronaldo now gives the ball to Bruno Fernandes. Back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo cuts inside, gets a shot away. Good tackle by Kehrer. Bruno Fernandes gives it back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo looking for options ahead of him. He just drops the ball back to Shaw. Casemiro. Fernandes. Back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo gets crossing. It takes a deflection, goes behind for the corner. Really good challenge there by Bowen. And it will be a free kick. It will be a corner to Manchester United. Early pressure by United. There's been a lot of giveaways by the West Ham defence, it has to be said. They're really making a bit of a rod for their own back here. And corner to be taken here, probably taken by Bruno Fernandes. He's just stood off it actually and let Luke Shaw stand over it. Ronaldo in the box along with Maguire and Casemiro. The ball is launched in. It's just headed out there, but not far enough really by Benrahma. Benrahma breaking away with it now. Benrahma. And he just knocks the ball onto Declan Rice. Declan Rice just keeps the ball in play. Or did he? No, the linesman said no. Declan Rice can't believe it. He felt he kept it in place. So did David Moyes, and he protested the official right now. Let's just take a look at this again. Let's see if he did keep it in play. Let's see. Well, it's difficult to say from that angle. Remember, the whole ball has to be over the line. Didn't look like it was. Possibly not the best decision there by the assistant on this near side. David Moyes still having a complaint about it. It's back with David De Gea now. And here is Maguire. Gives it back to Dalot. And Maguire now has the ball. Maguire now, he's going to be making a case to get into the England squad. It certainly hasn't been the best season for Harry Maguire. He's certainly had his troubles. 20 minutes gone here. Maguire gives it back to Martinez. And Russ, our producer, seems to think that ball was kept in play as well. I would agree with Russ there. I don't think the ball crossed. I didn't see a gap between the line and the ball. So if I would have seen that, of course, that would be indicative of the whole ball being across the touchline. But that didn't appear to be the case. The ball given away by Martinez now. Martinez, but again, Bowen gives the ball away. But Bowen wins it back after the ball was given away again. This is some sloppy play by both teams, giving the ball away in dangerous positions. Elanga does the same. Here's Declan Rice now. Declan Rice, he goes back to Kurt Zouma. But both teams have been very sloppy in this first half. Both teams giving the ball away in critical positions. Here's Kira, gives it to Souček. Bowen now. Bowen got some space ahead of him. Bowen finds Rice. Rice again, he gives the ball away to Anthony Elanga. And United now with Casemiro. Casemiro launches the ball forward. Just headed away that time by Dawson. And it looks like there's a foul on Casemiro, and it will be a free kick to Manchester United. He takes it quickly. And here is Eriksen. Eriksen to Shaw, almost on the halfway line. Eriksen now. Here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo gives the ball back to Shaw. And it's back with Martinez, who gives it to Maguire. Maguire over the halfway line. Long ball. Maguire, it's a disappointing one, though, but also given away again by Bowen. And here's Dalot. Dalot, ball forward on the far side, looking for Ronaldo. Good piece of defending that time by Dawson. And it's back with Downs. And now here's Souček. Souček, he's got options ahead of him, but he's dispossessed, and United now. And it looks like it's Fernandes here. He gives the ball to Rashford. Rashford tries to play the ball across. It's intercepted by Dawson. The ball back by Rashford is a disappointing one, but it's not cleared very well by Souček. It's Fernandes again on the edge of the 18-yard box. Fernandes. And here's Rashford. Dalot. Fernandes with a shot. It's blocked by Declan Rice. United still have the ball. Here's Shaw to Rashford. And back to Eriksen. Eriksen. Well, he's got the ball now as Eriksen, midway inside the West Ham half. Again, just looking for options. It's Rashford. He gives the ball to Shaw. Shaw's ball is a disappointing one. It's given away, and West Ham now have the chance to break. And Said Benrahma streaming over the halfway line. He's got Martinez in front of him. What can he do with it, Benrahma? Cuts inside the penalty area. Is he able to keep that in play? He doesn't. He allows it to go behind for a corner, and it is West Ham's first corner of the day. Okay, so it'll be a corner to West Ham, their first corner with 23 minutes gone. And we're just looking again at the replay there. Said Benrahma causing some trouble for that Manchester United defence. What West Ham may want to do is just get him into the game more, because it looks like he's definitely causing that Manchester United defence some trouble. Well, Souček is up there. Dawson is up there. And the corner is whipped in by Cresswell and headed away. Not far enough, really. Cresswell has the ball back, and he gives it to Benrahma. Benrahma now has Fernandes in front of him, but the ball apparently went out of play when Benrahma had the ball. So it's going to be a throw-in to West Ham United. David Moyes there. What a wonderful job he's done at West Ham United. Shaky start to the season, probably felt a little bit of pressure, but he certainly steered them through the early choppy waters. It's going to be a throw in now to to Manchester United with Diogo Dalot, who certainly has been getting forward. He's in the right back position, but has been getting forward for Manchester United. And well, Bowen had the ball in the centre circle. He went all the way back to Fabianski. Rather a risky back pass, if you ask me. Ball is cleared forward now by Souček, but comfortably won by Casemiro. And Manchester United now have a chance, but it's won back by Dawson, and he gives it back to Lucas Fabianski. Well, we've hit the 25th minute mark, no goals, but we've had one or two chances for Manchester United, really, it has to be said, too. One for Ronaldo and, of course, a free header for Rashford. And the ball is played forward by Cresswell, looking for Benrahma. Oh, David De Gea comes out. He just gets there before Benrahma, and he knocks the ball out of play for a throw-in. And Benrahma there chasing down, and De Gea just got there to clear the ball out of play. Well read by David De Gea, it has to be said. Certainly Benrahma has been getting the better of Dalot down on that side. Throw-in to be taken by West Ham quickly. Here is the ball over on the far side to Scamacca. Kira getting forward. Kira with a chance. He gets the ball to Dawson. Wonderful save by David De Gea. Oh, it was all started with Scamacca from winning the ball. It's actually offside. The linesman's flag was late. But it started with Scamacca winning the ball, and then Kira finds himself in the Manchester United penalty area, completely unmolested, and he played the ball to Bowen. Bowen just strayed offside slightly, but he brought a super save out of David De Gea that wouldn't have known any better. Really, that has to be said. That's the first time that West Ham have got inside the Manchester United defence to create that opportunity. And the score stays 0-0. David De Gea, wonderful goalkeeping by him. Here's Lisandro Martinez. He has the ball just inside his own half. Here's Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's ball is wayward, and it's picked up by Cresswell. Cresswell now trying to find Saïd Benrahma, as West Ham are starting to realise that Benrahma has the better of Dalot. Here is Declan Rice. Declan Rice shielding the ball well, and it looks like he was in fact fouled by Bruno Fernandes, and it will be a free kick to West Ham United. Well, the game is being played at a frightful pace. Again, if you're listening today, please feel free to get your comments in. Just keep them clean, that's all we ask, and I will try to read them out for you. Here's Souček. Souček just has the ball there. He goes all the way back, and back there is Kira. Helps it on to the goalkeeper, Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski plays the ball over to Cresswell. Cresswell just shielding the ball and gives it to Kurt Zouma. Zouma across to Dawson, his centre-back partner. Here's Souček. Back to Dawson. West Ham just having a spell of possession and just knocking the ball around here, just looking for an opportunity to break forward. Patient play, but it's broken up. And Benrahma does have the ball here. Benrahma gives the ball to Kira. Kira got options. He launches the ball in, but it's disappointing. And it misses everybody and goes behind for a goal kick, and he just looks a little bit frustrated with himself there. So you are listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And so Martinez has the ball now for Manchester United, and he gives it to Harry Maguire. We've got 29 minutes gone here at Old Trafford. It is still Manchester United 0, West Ham 0. It is a very absorbing game. Definitely chances really for Manchester United. West Ham themselves have looked dangerous with Benrahma down this left-hand side. But at the moment, the score sheet remains blank. Here's Shaw. Casemiro gives it back to Shaw. United trying to break forward out of their own half. It was a good challenge actually by Jared Bowen, and it comes offshore, goes out of play for a throw-in to West Ham United. 6 yards inside the Manchester United half of the field. Thilo Kehrer is taking the throw-in here, and he's just looking for options, and he finds Souček. Souček knocks the ball on to Bowen, and it's a good challenge by Lisandro Martinez there. Knocks the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in level with the penalty area. And here's Downs. Downs now has the ball. He gives it to Declan Rice. Declan Rice to Cresswell. Cresswell just knocks it back to Zouma. Rice gives the ball to Dawson. Dawson just streaming over the halfway line. He's got a bit of space. He's got Kehrer there with him, and Dawson's ball is a poor one. Unable to find Kehrer, and it rolls behind for a goal kick to Manchester United. Well, we've seen these two teams. This is the 150th match between the two sides, and United, of course, winning 71 of those. And this is, of course, not just league. This is in all competitions. First meeting back in 1911. And here's Benrahma. Benrahma fighting for the ball. He's actually fouled by Fernandez. And he's got a free kick about 6 yards inside his own half. Manchester United have very much dominated this fixture, it has to be said. West Ham, in fact, this is how much the domination has been. West Ham have only won 3 out of their last 15 against Manchester United in all competitions. 4 out of the last 5, of course, have been won by United in the Premier League. And United now have the ball with Martinez. Martinez has the option here. Plays it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got some space. Oh, he tried to flick the ball through for Rashford. Rashford just didn't read the pass, and it rolls through to Lucas Fabianski. Disappointed Ronaldo was there, but he chooses not to show his frustration. And Cresswell just knocks the ball out of play. It's going to be a throw into Manchester United. And you can see here when the ball was won back by Martinez, when he slipped the ball through to Ronaldo, actually he tried to flick the ball. It was more like a slide rule pass. Unfortunately, Rashford was just not able to read it, and the play broke down for Manchester United. Here's Eriksen. And Eriksen's ball is most unlike him, very disappointing. Scamacca intercepts, but West Ham now keep the ball. Scamacca there almost gave the ball away there. And here's Bowen. And that's a foul, surely. Luke Shaw can complain, but that is a foul on Jared Bowen. I don't know why he's complaining. It's an obvious foul. And the free kick will be taken just inside their own half. And there is the England manager, Gareth Southgate. He's certainly got players that he can watch today. Declan Rice, Harry Maguire, amongst others. Luke Shaw. And it's to be taken now by Kehrer. He just launches the ball forward, and it's knocked on there by Scamacca. West Ham still keep possession, though. They do give the ball away now, and here's Casemiro. Casemiro finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo, nice ball in field to Fernandez. Fernandez over the halfway line. What's he going to do with it? He gives it to Harry Maguire. Fernandez. Back again to Maguire. And Fernandez now. United just using the full width of the pitch here. Here's Casemiro. Back to Maguire. Maguire's ball is disappointing. It's comfortably intercepted by Kehrer. And Souček just clears up and gives it back to Fabianski, who clears the ball quickly. I guess he was looking for a quick break there, but it escapes everybody, goes all the way through to his opposite number, David De Gea. The ball is launched long. Oh, good work by Fabianski. He was looking for Eriksen there, but Fabianski came across just to head that ball out of play, acting almost in a sweeper position. Good work by him. It was a smart play by Martinez. He launched the ball forward. He was onside, was Eriksen. And just well cleared up by Fabianski, who looks like he's a bit stunned by that header. And yeah, he just took it on the top of the head there, did Fabianski. Quite painful. Just stumbled a bit. he's okay. And it looks like the official did determine that that was in fact offside. And Kurt Zuma now has the ball. And Fabianski now will clear the ball downfield, right-footed. And it's just knocked on. West Ham now just trying to get the ball under control. The ball's bouncing around and it's picked up by Luke Shaw just over the halfway line. He's found Rashford. What's he going to do? He's got support up there with him, including Fernandez. Gives it to Shaw. Shaw plays the ball across. Good interception by Declan Rice. Just stopped the ball, finding Anthony Alanga there, I think it was. Just cuts inside here. So it's Rashford just giving the ball to Shaw. Pulls it across. Yes, Anthony Alanga was right there. But Declan Rice, fine piece of defending, because that would have given Anthony Alanga a 3-shot on goal from 6 yards out. Corner taken quickly. Here's Shaw again. Shaw. Ball is in there. And here's Alanga. Alanga with a shot, but he skews it. Oh, it was a good opportunity for Alanga. But he skews it across the face of goal, and it's picked up now. And it's Luke Shaw again. Luke Shaw, sustained pressure by Manchester United. Here's Rashford. Oh, beats his man. That's a foul, surely. Scamacca there with the foul. I don't know why he's protesting. He gets a yellow card, and rightly so. There was definitely no... He's protesting. He didn't get anywhere near the ball. Look, let's look at this. Rashford just beats him all hands up, and he's tripped up, and the ball is about 6 yards away. But all right, yellow card for Scamacca, free kick for Manchester United, and well, we got 9 minutes to go till half time. Dangerous position, almost level with the 6-yard box, and over this is Christian Eriksen, Ronaldo, Maguire, Casemiro are all in there, and looks like Dalot is as well. Eriksen, what can he deliver from here? We know he's dangerous from these positions. Swings it in, disappointing, headed away by Kira. And here's Lisandro Martinez. It's back with Bruno Fernandes. That really was disappointing by Eriksen, most unlike him. Fernando's ball is also equally as disappointing, and it rolls out of play for a throw-in. So as we really are now approaching the business end of this first half, it's very hard to say really who really deserves to be in front. Both sides have had opportunities. Manchester United just look that bit more solid right now. West Ham have been certainly giving the ball away rather a lot. They've been creating a bit of a rod for their own back. So I think a draw right now is probably the right result at the moment. It's a throw into Manchester United, 6 yards inside the West Ham penalty area, taken quickly by Luke Shaw. Here's Martinez. It's just knocked on there, and Eriksen now has the ball. It's outside to Shaw. Shaw gives the ball to Casemiro. Long ball on the far side looking for Alanga. He wins the header, but Zuma also gets the ball back. And Dalot here just shielding the ball from Benrahma. But the ball goes out of play. It'd be a throw into Manchester United. And Dalot is going to take it. So Dalot has the ball. And he gives it to Eriksen. Eriksen knocks the ball on. It's back with Eriksen. Eriksen, cross comes in on the far side. Oh, it's Rashford with a header. And Manchester United take the lead. And Rashford with the header just inside the penalty area. No chance for Fabianski. It's a bullet header into Fabianski's top left-hand corner. And Manchester United take the lead here at Old Trafford. I'll just walk you through that goal again. Wonderful header, and we'll just take a look now. And Rashford celebrating that goal. Definitely happy with that. It was a bullet header, it has to be said. The throw-in was taken quickly by Dalot here. Dalot found Eriksen. Eriksen just knocked the ball on. Eriksen now, he just swung the ball in, and ghosted in on the back post was Rashford. And Kira lost his man there, it has to be said. Kira was not close enough to Rashford, and he got on the end with a thundering header. Slight suspicion perhaps of handball by Eriksen. I don't know whether there's a slight delay here. I don't know if the VAR are looking at that, but it was a thumping header, and really is Rashford's 100 goal for Manchester United. Rashford's header there. And here's a chance now. West Ham on the break. We've had a comment in the comment section. I'm going to read that out in just a moment. But a 100th goal for Marcus Rashford for Manchester United. Excellent there. And West Ham definitely now have the opportunity to reply from a corner. 40th minute gone. I'm going to read out Luke's comment here in just a moment after this corner. And Creswell is over this ball. It's Aaron Creswell. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be outswung here. Indeed it is, but it's a poor corner, it has to be said. And Fernandez just gets on the end of that. Creswell will get another opportunity. He gives it to Benrahma. Again, headed out this time by Casemiro. And it's with Creswell again. Luke Turton, one of our co-commentators here on the Commentary Hub. Good friend of mine. Nice to see you, Luke. I'm loving the passion, Paul. Brilliant header from Rashford and ball in from Eriksen. Absolutely, Luke. No doubt about it. It was an excellent ball in. And Russ, our producer, has just given a breakdown of the 100 goals from Marcus Rashford. 63 in the Premier League, 7 in the FA Cup, 8 in the League Cup, 12 in the Champions League, and 10 in the Europa League. And Manchester United can definitely be pleased with this 1-goal lead. It does have to be said, it's been a fairly even Stevens first half, but that one bit of brilliance from Rashford on 38 minutes is the difference here. And Casemiro gives the ball out on the far side. It's Luke Shaw. Over there, looks like it's the goal scorer there, Rashford. Had another comment in the comment section. Russ loves the start. Yeah, he does actually. He does. And here is Lisandro Martinez. Martinez just gives the ball back to David De Gea. David De Gea clears it downfield. Long ball there looking for Rashford, the goal scorer, but it goes out of play and will be a throw-in for West Ham United. So Rashford's goal. And that ball in was quite brilliant by Eriksen. Thilo Kehrer just not getting close enough in my mind, as Rashford was just ghosting in behind him, and a super header. And United are leading 1-0 with 3 minutes to go in this first half. Free kick for the foul by Fernandez, just inside the centre circle. And Fernandez complaining, but it is going to be the free kick now is going to be taken once again now by West Ham. Wasn't taken from the right position. West Ham getting players forward. Souček is up there. Kurt Zouma is going up there. And it's Aaron Creswell with the free kick, hoping to get West Ham back into this before half-time. Launched into the box. Oh, it just escapes everybody, but here is Souček. Souček gets the cross in. Back to Benrahma. Benrahma's got time and space now. What can he do with it? Creswell, another opportunity. Good block by Ronaldo. And it'll be a throw-in to West Ham United, level with the Manchester United penalty area. Well, Ronaldo. And it looks like Luke Shaw is down. And the referee is... Well, he's just going to allow Luke Shaw to get up. Looks like he's just taken a bit of a knock. See, we can perhaps have a look and see where it happened. Oh yeah, he just caught the hand in the face there, I think by Dawson, but he's on his feet now, he's okay. Throw-in to be taken, level with the Manchester United penalty area. It's Aaron Creswell over this. We've got 2 minutes to go till half-time. And it is Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. And that move breaks down for West Ham, and Manchester United can now break forward. Ronaldo gives the ball to Fernandez. He just shields the ball. Super ball by Fernandez over on the far side to Luke Shaw. What can Shaw do with it now? He cuts inside. Gives the ball to what looked like Eriksen, I believe. And it's gone now back to Maguire. Maguire just gives the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro forward to Dalot. Dalot's got space in front of him. What's he going to do with it? Gives it to Casemiro. Casemiro ball launching again, looking for Rashford, and again they're just not close enough to him. Eriksen gives it to Fernandes. Fernandes over to Shaw. Shaw just cuts inside. And he gives the ball back to Fernandes. Fernandes whips that ball in. Oh, and Ronaldo, it was just above his head. And Ronaldo applauds that ball into him. It was just above his head there. In the end, obviously, it just goes through to Lucas Fabianski. And we're just waiting to see now how long Jared Gillett is going to add on for stoppages. But the game has rarely stopped, to be honest. I can't see it being much more than 2 minutes. It's been a free-flowing game that has been played at fairly quick pace. Here's Benrahma. Looks like it's going to be 1 minute. Indeed it is. 1 minute injury time. And we're into that already. And it's Declan Rice. He gives the ball over on the far side to Dawson. Here's Rice again. Oh, foul there, surely. Luke Shaw flattened. Just trying to see who that is. Yes, that's Bowen. Luke Shaw flattened Bowen there. Be a free kick. And it's just over the halfway line. And it's Manchester United just now defending this. They're going to want to see this out now and get through to half time. For West Ham, this would be an excellent time for them to score. Here's Declan Rice. Declan Rice, he gives the ball to Bowen. Bowen got some space in front of him. He's got Kira up there with him. Thilo Kehrer. Just looking for options at the moment. He's got Shaw in front of him. And he gives the ball to Downs. Oh, just flicks the ball back. It's back with Downs. And Downs just gets across in. And it's headed away by Maguire. And that's it. It's half time at Old Trafford. A goal by Marcus Rashford on 38 minutes. Very well could have had two. He had an excellent opportunity as well for a header, but he only headed that down into Lucas Fabianski. Manchester United certainly had the better of the chances, but it's been a very close game and all to play for in the second half. Half time at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. Ross, back to yourself.
Thank you very much there to Paul James Lewis for you excellent first half commentary. We're back with Paul in plenty of time for the second half. We're just going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll go through some of the earlier scores from today, plus also get you Paul's reaction on what he's seen in the first half overall at the end, just before the second half starts. So, without further ado, we'll be back in a couple of minutes as we just take a quick break here on the Commentary Hub. Welcome back to the commentary hub's coverage of our alternative commentary of Manchester United against West Ham United. Let's go through some of the scores from earlier today. Then in the Premier League, if there's any Forest fans in and other than Luke, please turn off now as you'll be reminded of your score from earlier today. Finished Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0. Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0 is a half-time scoreline in our featured match. In the Premier League 2, which is the under 21s league, it finished Southampton 8, Middlesbrough 1, and at half time it is Brighton 0, Chelsea 0. In the Women's Super League, Brighton 0, Tottenham 8, Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1. Everton 0, Manchester United 3. Manchester City 2, Liverpool 1. Reading 2, Leicester 1. Arsenal against West Ham. Evening kickoff is 6:45. Women's Championship. Durham 0, Crystal Palace 1. Southampton 1, Sunderland 0. Birmingham 2, Sheffield United 1. Charlton Athletic 0, Bristol City 2. Coventry United 0, Lewes 1. London City Lionesses 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. The under-17 qualifying first stage, Liechtenstein 0, Azerbaijan 8. Ukraine 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. French Ligue 1. Auxerre 1, Ajaccio 0. Brest 0, Reims 0. Monaco 2, Angers 0. Nantes 1, Clermont 1. Rennes 3, Montpellier 0. And on 47 minutes is Lorient 1, Nice 0. Evening kickoff at 7:45 for Lyon against Lille. German Bundesliga. Union Berlin 2, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1. Schalke 0, Freiburg 0 is the latest score, 39 minutes played. FC Cologne v Hoffenheim. Evening kickoff at 6:30. Italian Serie A. Empoli 0, Atalanta 2. Cremonese 0, Udinese 0. Spezia 1, Fiorentina 2. Lazio 0, Salernitana 0 is the latest score that kicked off at 5 p.m. UK time. Torino against AC Milan. Evening kickoff at 7:45. Dutch Eredivisie. FC Emmen 0, Groningen 0. PSV Eindhoven 3, Nemgen 0. FC 23, Walwick 0. Islamor 2, FC Voldem 1 is the latest score on 67 minutes. Scottish Premiership. Livingston 0, Celtic 3. Ross County 1, Arts 2. Spanish La Liga. Osasuna 2, Real Valladolid 0. Real Madrid 1, Girona 1 is the latest score in the 97th minute. Athletic Club v Villarreal. Kickoff is at 5:30, and Real Sociedad against Real Betis is a kickoff at 8 p.m. And in the MLS, Los Angeles take on Austin at 7 p.m. in the conference final of the MLS Cup later next weekend. Now we've gone through all the scores from today. Paul has just said when I mentioned the Arsenal score, he said, you mean Arsenal with effort 5, Nottingham Forest with no fouls, tackles, one headers or anything else, 0. No, just mean Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0, Luke. I didn't think you wanted me to go through over the scores, my friend. We just made me go over that scoreline again. Anyway, let's move on and touch upon that first half that we've seen with your match commentator Paul James. And for me, Paul, has been a fairly even game. I think you said that during the commentary. I think West Ham probably had the ball clear cut chances up until the goal, and then Man United just before the goal, 5 minutes before the goal came, Man United had some clear cut chances as well, and then Rashford took his goal well after a fantastic ball in from Christian Eriksen. But for me, with regards to the goal, the West Ham defence should have done a lot better there, really, shouldn't they, Paul?
Yeah, as I mentioned, Tilo Kehrer did not get close enough to Rashford. Obviously, he just wasn't watching. Rashford ghosted in at the back there. He was just able to get ahead of Kehrer to head that in. Kehrer was not close enough to him. I don't want to take away from the fact though that it was a wonderful cross. It was a perfectly weighted ball, and it was headed with such force. Fabianski didn't stand a chance, and I've always spoke very highly of Lucas Fabianski. He's a quality goalkeeper, but he did not stand a chance with that.
Yes, and when you look at I'm just going to have a quick look at some of. I know earlier in the first half, Luke said I love my stats. I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the stats from one of the apps that go on for the first half, which tells me about the first half efforts and chances and shots and everything in that first half, Paul. And when I look at it, Man United 55% possession compared to West Ham's 45, which you would expect with Manchester United being the home side. You would expect Manchester United having a lot of possession and West Ham trying to wear them down. There's been 9 shots for Man United, 3 for West Ham, 3 on target for Manchester United, 3 off target, none on target or off target for West Ham. They've just had the 3 blocked shots in that first half. There's been 1 yellow card in the match so far, which has gone to West Ham United, which mentioned Skamaka on 36 minutes, which was 2 minutes before the goal. So when you look at the shots on target in total shots, 12 in total, and only 3 on target, including one that Manchester United scored from. And I'm just looking, majority of the possession of should I say, where the ball's being played majority of the time from Paul, is been in that centre of the pitch. It's been 40% in the middle, 34% in the West Ham United off, 26 in the Manchester United off. So looking at that, West Ham need to really get a foot on the ball and create a lot more chances in the second half in the Manchester United half there, really. Looking at those statistics there, you'd have to say, wouldn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I think they started off early on in the game by pressing, and then Manchester United, I think, came more into the game. But I think for me, yes, West Ham are going to have to come out into the second half and start to press now. They're 1 goal down. They're still in the game. I think the game has been fairly. The stats tell a different story, but when you watch the game, I think both sides have been fairly even. United have had chances. Certainly, United could have been more than 1-0 up. Rashford had a free header. Ronaldo had a shot that he hit down Fabianski's throat. They certainly could have been further ahead, but I think West Ham in the second half they need to press a little bit more. And I just wonder whether any changes will be made at half time by David Moyes. They've got attacking options on the bench. Of course, Mikhail Antonio is an option. He could come on if he wanted to. He's only 2 goals short of 60 goals for West Ham. So I mean, I think there's options available for David Moyes if he chooses to go there.
Yes, he has, and you mentioned Mikel Antonio there, just showing him on the monitor that I've got in front of me here, Paul, while I was just showing some on while I was going through some warm up at half time, and I'm looking as well with where the majority of the players being played. And for Manchester United, it's been mainly down their left hand side, causing a few problems. Like you mentioned, you had to be a bit quicker to react to that ball in from Eriksen for Marcus Rashford's goal. And then down on the for West Ham, he's been down on their right hand side, attacking Luke Shaw, who's been getting out of position quite a bit. If you were David Moyes, would you continue playing down that side, attacking attacking Luke Shaw, Rashford, that area of the pitch, or would you switch it up and try and cause a few problems down Manchester United's right, or maybe switch it up 1 minute go down the left, 1 minute go down the right? How would you set up for going into the second half for you, Paul?
Well, it looks to me like Said Ben Rama has the beating of Dalot. So I would, if it was me, I'd be wanting to bring Ben Rama into the game a little bit more.
Yes, and we'll be getting ready for the second half in a few minutes. I can see some of the players almost getting ready to come back out in a second. We'll be handing back to Paul for the commentary for the second half. Luke Turton's come back in and is chanting Antonio's name in the chat, which I think he wants to see Mikel Antonio come on to the field of play. If you're looking at the Man United players, if they want to try and hold on to this game, only real option for them to fetch on to try and hold on and try and go be more defensive is to pull Luke Shaw in as a third centre back and fetch on Terrell Malacia. If you were to from West Ham to get back into the game, now you mentioned they've got Antonio, they've got Lanzini, Fornals, Soufal, who's an attacking full back as well, who could get up and cause a few problems. So there's a few options more for West Ham if they were to change it, or compared to Man United wanted to hang on. I can see there's just been a substitution being made. We'll get confirmation of that in a second for West Ham United. We'll see who's not come back out for the second half in a second. With the players now back out onto the pitch, it's time for me to hand over to your match commentator for the second half. Is over to Paul James, who can tell us about the substitution for West Ham at the break.
Thanks very much, Ross. Welcome back, everybody. So it looks like there's been a change in goal. So the substitution actually comes from the goalkeeping position. Lucas Fabianski has not come out for the second half, and Alphonse Arolia, if I pronounce that right, because I'm really bad with names, Alphonse Arolia has come on in replace of Lucas Fabianski. So Fabianski did go down after he'd taken a header at midway through that first half. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe he's picked up a little bit of concussion. Russ, I'm sure, will be working on trying to find out why that substitution has taken place. United in the second half now. Here's Rashford. They're attacking the Stretford end. Manchester United in the second half, and they will want to put Arolia under pressure early. And it goes back through to him. So we'll just run through the lineups. Manchester United, as you were, David De Gea in goal, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Elanga, Fernandes, Ronaldo and Rashford. Of course, the change in goal now means Alfonso Arolia is in goal. Creswell, Zuma, Dawson, Kira, Rice, Souček, Benrahma, Downs, Bowen and Scamacca for West Ham. And Manchester United in this second half are attacking the Stretford end. And the ball now is with Harry Maguire. Maguire gives the ball out on the far side. Rashford there, just fairly deep inside just inside his own half, really. And here's Martinez, and he gives the ball back to Maguire. Maguire plays it, and it's a bad ball by Harry Maguire. And Bowen now for West Ham. Well, he seems to have gone side to side rather than forward. Here's Declan Rice. And he goes back here, and here's Downs. Downs just inside his own half. Downs. And he's just getting the ball back right now. It's back to Kurt Zouma. Zouma just plays the ball across to his central defensive partner, Dawson. Dawson plays forward, and it's with Bowen now. Bowen to Kira. Back to Bowen. Bowen's got a bit of space in front of him, and he's looking for Scamacca there, but that is excellent defending by Harry Maguire. He just shields out Scamacca, and the ball goes behind. And that was a good piece of defending. It was an intriguing ball through there to Scamacca, but good work by Harry Maguire. with the England manager looking on. So, Rashford there. 100 goals for Manchester United. Goal kick is taken quickly. And Maguire just attempting to find Dalot there, but it's now back with Lisandro Martinez. Martinez gives the ball to Harry Maguire. Dalot. Maguire. Maguire has just been playing things simple today. He certainly looked a lot steadier. Watch me, I'll put the commentator's curse on him now. Here's Lisandro Martinez. Martinez, long ball, but that is a disappointing one. And it's won back easily. And it's Flynn Downs. His ball is just a bit wayward of Declan Rice, and United win the ball back. And here's Fernandez. Ronaldo. Good ball by Casemiro. Actually, it was just a bit away from Eriksen, but Downs was unable to, Bowen was unable to control it. And it goes back to David De Gea in the Manchester United goal. Ball now is with Dalot. Oh, it's another disappointing ball by Dalot. And Declan Rice picks it up. He's got options with him. Here's Benrahma. Good challenge by Dalot to win the ball back. And United now just trying to break out from the back. Casemiro. And Fernandez, 50-50 there with Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma comes out better of that. And the ball is now played forward to Benrahma. Benrahma's got some space. Plays the ball across. Camacho blocked by Martinez. Good defending there by Martinez. And, well, he takes a boot in the head from Scamacca. Scamacca has already been booked, and Manchester United inquiring about the possibility of a second yellow card. I don't think the referee is going to do that. Russ has just got back to us with the update on Lucas Fabianski. He picked up an injury to his ankle, and that is why the substitution has taken place. Thank you for that, Russ. And you can see here it's good work by, brave work really by Martinez, and Scamacca puts the boot in, but not deliberately in my mind. It was really more of a 50-50. He was entitled to go for it, and Martinez went in for it, took the boot into the head. The referee will stop play for a while Lisandro Martinez gets treatment. You're listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcast partners for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Luke says no chance that was ever going to be a second yellow card. I agree, although that's never stopped Manchester United players from appealing before. The ball is in the centre circle. It's Martinez. And it's given the ball out on the far side looking for Rashford. Rashford just moved away from his centre-forward position. Cuts inside, Rashford. Gets his shot away. Well, it was a shot come cross, but it went wide. It was on the back post there was Fernandez. But this is good work by Rashford. Just gets the better of Kira here. And then the cross come shot. Oh, it was just away from Fernandez. He tried reaching out with his leg. He might have been better. It was a ways away from him regardless. He wasn't going to get there, and it just went wide, and the goal kick is taken quickly. And it's just, well, really at the moment, West Ham, they've got the ball back just inside their, just outside their own penalty area. It's given back to Areola. Areola cleared, and it's just won back in the middle of the park by Casemiro. But West Ham have it now with Declan Rice, and here's Jared Bowen. Bowen to Rice. Just got the ball on the touchline now. Moves infield, about midway inside his own half. Just looking for options now is Rice, and he goes over on the far side there to Creswell. It's back to Zouma. Zouma to his defensive partner Dawson, and Dawson gives it to Kira. Kira, oh, he's almost dispossessed there. United do in fact win the ball back. Poor play by Kira, but it's won back by West Ham, and that is a body check by Luke Shaw, and will be a free kick, maybe even worthy of a yellow. I think the referee, well, that's it's I'm looking at this now. I don't think there's any attempt really by Shaw to win the ball. Looks very much like a professional foul, and I would have perhaps, if I was a referee in that position, would have perhaps given a yellow, but no further action taken by Chris Kavanagh, and it will be a free kick midway inside the Manchester United half. And here is Declan Rice. Rice out on the far side to Ben Rama. Ben Rama's got space, plays the ball in. Well, it was an interesting ball in. Nobody really was tracking into the 6-yard box, so it was a comfortable take by David De Gea, and he clears the ball outfield, and Kurt Zouma knocks the ball out of play. It's going to be a throw in to Manchester United. Looks like you're going to get your wish, Luke. Here is Michail Antonio just taking some instructions. We may see Michail Antonio soon. And here is Luke Shaw for Manchester United. It's back with Lisandro Martinez. And Maguire. Casemiro. Casemiro's ball is disappointing. Easily won back by West Ham. And here's Declan Rice now. Declan Rice, he just gives the ball back to Aaron Creswell. Downs, back to Creswell, and Creswell forced all the way back to Areola in the West Ham goal. And it's Manchester United press here that's forcing West Ham back. And here's Casemiro, and here's Eriksen. Eriksen, good interception by Souček, and West Ham do win the ball back. Rice gives it to Creswell. And here is Rice again, but he almost lost the ball there, but West Ham do keep it. And it's played out wide now to Kehrer, who's got a bit of space to run. He's got Bowen up front there with him, who claims he was fouled. The referee says no foul, and Maguire tries to get the ball away. And here now with the ball is Casemiro charging forward, but he's dispossessed by Kurt Zouma. Good work by him, Kurt Zouma. And it's to Declan Rice. Declan Rice out on the far side. It's Creswell with the ball, and he gives it to Flynn Downs. Downs. He's got a bit of time. And Souček gives it to Dawson. Dawson plays it out on this. The ball is crossed in by Kehrer, and it's just headed away there by, I want to say that is Dalot, and Dalot now just gives the ball away. So from good defending to giving the ball away, Kurt Zouma gives the ball to Ben Rama, and another good challenge by Dalot. Luke thinks the substitution will be for Scamacca. I'm inclined to agree with that. We're going to see for sure now. Michail Antonio is coming on, and he's just receiving some final instructions from the West Ham manager David Moyes. I'm thinking it may be Scamacca. We're not assured on that yet. They're not going to make the substitution. The throw-in for West Ham is level with the Manchester United penalty area. And good play there by Casemiro just to put the challenge in on Flynn Downs. And the substitution will be Scamacca. He is coming off, and Michail Antonio is coming on to replace him. So smart substitution there. Scamacca coming off. He's already been booked. Not really been that effective in the game. Michail Antonio now coming on, and let's see if he can cause some panic inside that Manchester United defence. And be a throw-in level with the Manchester United penalty area. And here is Downs, and it's Rice. Rice gives the ball there to Souček. It's out to Kehrer. Kehra's got a bit of space. Well, he goes back to Dawson, and Dawson gives it to Zouma. Zouma, ball over on the far side looking for Creswell. Creswell finds Ben Rama. Been a bit more tightly marked from Dalot. Here's Souček. Souček. Creswell. Downs. Midway inside the Manchester United half. Downs. Gives it to Creswell and to Dawson. Dawson now. Got a bit of space in front of him. He finds Bowen. Bowen with a cross, and it's just headed away by Dalot. Good defending by him, and Manchester United can now try to break out. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. First time we've really heard his name in this second half. He plays the ball back to Luke Shaw, who goes back to Martinez. And here's Maguire now. Dalot. Maguire. 58 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. West Ham United struggled to get inside the Manchester United defence in this second half. Benrahma almost intercepted on Dalot, but Dalot keeps the ball and gives it back to the goalkeeper, David De Gea, and he plays it out to Luke Shaw. Good distribution by him. Luke Shaw. Casemiro back to Shaw, and here's Eriksen now just over the halfway line. Here's Casemiro, space in front of him. The ball is disappointed by Casemiro, and it's comfortably won by Kurt Zouma. And here's Downs now for West Ham. Another attack broke down for Manchester United. Poor ball by Casemiro. Luke says rather sarcastically, "Oh wow, is Ronaldo playing?" Yes, he's playing, but you're quite right. He's not really been involved much in this game. He's had the one opportunity in the first half, of course, that was shot straight down Fabianski's throat. Here's Dawson to Kurt Zouma. Downs just goes to Creswell. And it's really credit to Manchester United's pressing in the second half. West Ham have found it very difficult to create anything. And Bowen plays it to Kira. Kira played forward to Bowen. What can he do with it? Bowen, cuts inside, and he's claiming he was fouled, and he might well have been by Maguire there. But the referee, Chris Kavanagh, said no. West Ham still have it. It's Souček. Good defending there by Fernandez. Good work by him. And he plays the ball forward now, and he's just searching for Casemiro. But Declan Rice gets across and intercepts that pass. Excellent work there. We'll just take a look at that again. Cutting across there. The foul, it looks like it's a foul in my mind that's a foul from Maguire. That should have been a free kick, but it's missed. And Anthony Elanga, looks like we're going to see a substitution. It's looking like Elanga that's coming off. Manchester United's first change. It is Anthony Elanga. He's come off. And Scott McTominay has come on to bolster the midfield. So that's Erik ten Hag's first substitution. And it's Luke Shaw now with a throw in midway inside the West Ham half of the field. And game management there by Eriksen. He goes all the way back from inside the West Ham half to David De Gea. And you can see by Manchester United that already they are playing some game management here. Risky business when there's only a single goal in it. That can change so much. And Luke Turton has said McBoring is coming on for Manchester United. Here's Luke Shaw. Let's see if he can add to the excitement. Luke Shaw crosses in on a free header. And again, the West Ham defending leaves much to be desired. It's just maybe perhaps a little bit too high for Ronaldo. But again, this is very, very poor defending by West Ham. The cross comes in. Cristiano Ronaldo 8 yards out. That is way too much space, and he's not able to direct the header. It was perhaps just a little bit high for him. But another chance for United. Here comes Rashford. Rashford plays the ball through to Ronaldo, and it's a disappointing finish by him. Well, he has been poor in front of goal today. Ronaldo, he's had, I would say, at least 2 chances in this game where he really should have done much better. You see it here, it's a good pass from Rashford, plays it through to him. It is a bit of an awkward angle, but you do expect a player of Ronaldo's ability to hit the target from there. Well, he knows it. He's got his head in his hands. He's disappointed with that. Well, 62 minutes gone. It's Manchester United leading still with that single goal to nil. Marcus Rashford on 38 minutes, thumping header. West Ham now coming forward, and it's Antonio. And it's back with Rice now. Long ball, Rice, a full length of the pitch, not able to pick up Kira. It's comfortably intercepted that time by Shaw. And here's Rashford now. Rashford, he's got support up there with him. He gives it to Ericsson. Ericsson back to Shaw. Shaw back to Ericsson. He's got space in front of him. Ericsson, he just slides the ball across to Casemiro. Casemiro gives it to McTominay. Ronaldo with a shot from the edge of the penalty area. It goes over the crossbar. May have taken a deflection, actually. Looks like we're going to have a corner. And you see there, it's just, yes, come off Creswell. But Cristiano Ronaldo just turning there, making space for himself. Will be a corner for Manchester United. Ronaldo just lurking with intent in the penalty area. And he's looking to add to his goals this season. Well, he's got Maguire up there, McTominay, Dalot, Casemiro, Fernando on the edge of the area. It's launched in. It's punched by Areola, only as far as Bruno Fernandes. And here is Lisandro Martinez, gives it back to Fernandes, who finds Shaw. And it's crossed in there, just headed out. And it's back with Fernandes. Fernandes gives the ball to Shaw. Shaw out on this side to Fernandes. And he gives it to Rashford. Rashford. And it just seems to be blocked that time. Good piece of defending by Souček. Just knocks the ball out of play. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. Martinez just trying to direct traffic. It's going to be a throw into Manchester United, which will be taken by Luke Shaw. Level with the West Ham penalty area. 64 minutes gone here. It's Luke Shaw with a throw-in. Looking for options. He does find Christian Eriksen. Eriksen finds Maguire all the way back to the halfway line. Here's Eriksen again. Eriksen, what has he got available for him? He's got Luke Shaw down this left side. Luke Shaw plays the ball in, just not enough power on that. Comfortably intercepted and cleared away by Dawson. Casemiro, though, has the ball back, and it's flicked on by Benrahma and goes behind for a corner to Manchester United. Manchester United continue applying pressure here. One feels that with such a slender lead that a second goal is needed by Manchester United. The corner is going to be taken on the far side. I think it's by Fernandes. It's launched into the box and just headed away by Dawson. Chasing it on this side is Declan Rice. He gets the better of Rashford. Declan Rice now can stream forward over the halfway line. He's got options. Timo Kehrer is here. Kehrer gives the ball back to Rice. Rice plays the ball in, looking for Antonio. An excellent piece of defending by Dalot. Just gets the header in before it would have been a three-header for Antonio. Timo Kehler's ball in is exquisite. Declan Rice's ball in is exquisite. And it looks like it may have even bounced off Antonio. Let's have a look. No, actually, that did come off Dalot. That was a good piece of defending. That really would have led to a clear opportunity for West Ham, but the ball goes out of play. It'd be a corner for West Ham United. See what options they have. The ball is swung in. It's headed away by Ronaldo, but only as far as helped along by Eriksen, but only as far as Benrahma. West Ham can continue applying the pressure. Here's Declan Rice. He's got Ronaldo and Fernandes around him. And it looks like it may have come off Declan Rice last, but that will in fact be a corner. May have been the tackle by Fernandes, so be a corner to West Ham United. Declan Rice is over this. And it's got Antonio, Souček, Dawson and Rice in there. It's a short one to Benrahma. Benrahma plays the cross in. It just escapes everybody, goes all the way across the penalty area, and it's picked up by Bowen. Launched into the box there. Benrahma was sneaking in on the back post. And United just unable to get the ball clear. It's outside the penalty area now. And it's Flynn Downs. West Ham looking to apply pressure here. Benrahma Oh, Benrahma's pass does find Michail Antonio. United's defence just fell asleep there. Antonio dispossessed, but he wins the ball back. Michail Antonio, incredible strength by him. Antonio just bulldozing his way through, and there's a shot by Dawson, just goes over the crossbar. Well, Michail Antonio attempted to bulldoze his way through the Manchester United penalty area. Such an incredibly strong player. And as he attempts to get through the defence, it does eventually come to Dawson, but his finish is wayward and wide, and it's going to be a goal kick to Manchester United. Well, 68 minutes gone. It's Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's player of the match sponsor is sponsored by Commentary Services, and Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners, which I'll get to in a minute. Here's Benrahma. Benrahma with a shot, but it's a comfortable save by David De Gea, and the shot was disappointing perhaps by Benrahma. Maguire was backing off, but the shot was a comfortable save for David De Gea, it has to be said. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partner for this season, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And the ball is back now with David De Gea in the goal for Manchester United. He finds Luke Shaw. What can Luke Shaw do with it here? He's midway inside his own half. Eriksen goes all the way back to David De Gea. And here's Harry Maguire. Ball is launched forward, looking for Ronaldo. It's a good ball. And Casemiro plays the ball long over, looking for Rashford. But that's good work by Thilo Kehrer, intercepting there. And now he's got some space in front of him. What can he do? Kehrer attempts to play the ball in. Oh, good work. Excellent piece of defending there, stopping the ball coming through to Antonio. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is what you need to do. You need to get it's Lisandro Martinez. You need to get across the attacker to make the challenge, get closer to him. That's a good piece of defending. And the ball is out of play for a corner to Manchester United. To West Ham United. 70 minutes gone. 1-0. And West Ham have the usual suspects in there. It's crossed in, and it's just gone to the edge of the penalty area now. Here's Benrahma. It's Creswell. Creswell's cross is, well, it's a fullback's cross. It goes out of play, and it'll be a goal kick to Manchester United. Well, shaking his head there is David Moyes. He's already made the 2 substitutions. I'm not sure what options he has available that he may want to bring on to change things up. He's not sure who he's protesting to there. Looks like it might be the 4th official, Jared Gillett. And Chris Kavanagh is having a word there with the Manchester United captain to sort of speed things up a bit. The referees are clamping down on the time wasting. Ball is played forward. It's headed on by Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for Fernandes, but that just goes all the way back to Areola. And he clears downfield. Not really been tested in this second half, Areola, as of yet. There's 19 minutes left. Here's Declan Rice. And here's Benrahma now. Benrahma has got some space in front of him. Gives it back to Rice. Benrahma. Flynn Downs. Benrahma just looking to skittle his way through. Good piece of defending by Casemiro. And United keep the ball in play there. That's good play. And the ball now is over on the far side, and it's with Fernandes. Fernandes launches the ball long. It's an excellent ball. It's picked up by Ronaldo, length to length, but Ronaldo does keep the ball in play. Finds Shaw. Shaw is fouled there, definitely. And he's fouled by Souček. It'll be a free kick to Manchester United, and Souček will go into the referee's notebook on his 100th appearance for West Ham. And it's a good play by Ronaldo, keeping that in play. Shaw just tries to get away from Souček, and it's definitely a foul. It's a professional foul. It's worthy of a yellow card. Made no attempt to win the ball. and Souček takes one for the team. So it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Just about 6 or 7 yards outside the penalty area, right on the corner, two-man wall. Christian Eriksen is over this. Looks like it's Kira and Bowen in the wall. And here is Eriksen. Let's see if he can deliver a good one. Eriksen, it's launched in towards the back post. Headed down by Maguire, but good play by Benrahma. Just breaks down that attack and knocks the ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. And it's actually come off the Manchester United player last. So West Ham have the ball, but they've given it away. And here's Eriksen. Eriksen's just headed away by Souček. Won back by Luke Shaw. Shaw to Fernandez. He's got some space on the far side. Dalot swings the ball in, headed out comfortably by Kurt Zouma. And here's Luke Shaw. Shaw just gives the ball to Maguire, just looking for options. Maguire just turns away from Downs there, and United go all the way back to David De Gea. De Gea gives the ball out to Dalot now. Dalot plays the ball infield there to Fernandez, and it's with Casemiro. Ronaldo back to Casemiro. Eriksen just knocks the ball on to Luke Shaw. Good build-up this by Manchester United. Luke Shaw. Ronaldo cuts infield. What's he going to do with it? He's going to have a shot. Of course, it's blocked. Looks like it was blocked by Dawson. Comes back to Manchester United, though, and here's Luke Shaw. Just inside the West Ham half. He gives it to Harry Maguire. Maguire plays the ball forward. Looks like Fernandez's feet was taken out from underneath him. The referee just allows the game to continue, but now stops play as Fernandez is injured. It looks like the referee may have, I wonder if the referee has just pulled back the free kick there, seeing as though there wasn't any real advantage. But you can see it here. It was, yes, it was just caught the back of the ankle of Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's painful. With the studs as well. That's never a pleasant experience. And the referee indeed has pulled back for a free kick. 15 minutes to go. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. Another substitution being readied by David Moyes. We're just not sure who that is at the moment. So the free kick to be taken. We've got Eriksen and Casemiro over this. Just going to see who's going to take it. And it's Eriksen, I think, although there's two men stood over it. Kurt Zouma is one of the men in the wall. It's taken short by Eriksen. Gives it to Dalot. Dalot. Oh, Dalot has a shot, but it's blocked. And it's cleared away, but only as far as Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gives the ball to Rashford. It's back with Shaw. Shaw gets the cross in, but it's just knocked away. Just not quite sure who it was that knocked that away. I think that was Souček. So United have the ball back. It's Dalot and Eriksen. Eriksen just plays the ball back. Long time possession here for Manchester United. This is not what West Ham want. Good game management by Manchester United, keeping possession, being patient with the ball. And United have the ball back as well now with David De Gea. It's cleared downfield. It's won by Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma heads the ball on and Harry Maguire returns it. And Kurt Zouma now just trying to keep possession of the ball. Declan Rice just getting the ball on the deck now, running at the Manchester United defence. Here's Benrahma. What can he do with it? Benrahma, the referee says he was fouled by Casemiro. Casemiro can't believe it, but the referee does indicate a foul. Let's have a look. Yeah, he just catches him. It's a free kick to West Ham United, level with the Manchester United penalty area. And level with the Manchester United 6-yard box. The substitution is now going to be made. Fornells is coming on for Flynn Downs. So Flynn Downs is coming off for West Ham, and Pablo Fornells is coming. Flynn Downs is coming off for West Ham. Pablo Fornells is coming on. So the free kick now to be taken. It's a very interesting position. It looks like Rice is over this one. Swings it in and it's headed on there. Oh, and a real chance for Dawson. And he doesn't get the header on goal. Well, it was swung in and Dawson had a free header there inside the 6-yard box. Let's have a look. Dawson makes a run. Oh, actually, maybe perhaps I'm being a little bit harsh from him. It just deflected away from him. It's actually a good piece of defending by Martinez, and the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw into West Ham United. It's Michail Antonio. Plays the ball in, and it's Dawson in there again, trying to do something with it, but the referee has blown up, and the referee is going into his pocket for a yellow card. Just not quite sure who that's against. Looks like it's Thilo Kehrer, who is the latest West Ham player to go into Mr. Kavanagh's notebook. And yes, looks like holding there. And we've got another substitution here. Manchester United are bringing on Fred for his 115th Manchester United appearance. Eriksen going off. And so Eriksen, the latest to be taken off for Manchester United. And Fred makes his 115th appearance for the Red Devils. And here's Harry Maguire now. Maguire plays the ball forward, but it's a disappointing ball by Harry Maguire and just goes all the way through to Alfonso Arolia in the West Ham goal, who's not really been tested in the second half, it has to be said. Here's Kurt Zouma. It's definitely been a much quieter second half. Manchester United have really squeezed West Ham out of it. Here's Zouma now, looking to see if he can change that, but his pass is wayward and it goes out of play. And Erik ten Hag, he's shaking his head. He's not perhaps pleased with this performance in the second half. And we've had another comment in the comment section. Mr. Fantastic joins Mr. Boring. Oh dear. Well, Luke, you might be right, but you might be made to eat those words if either one of those two create or score a goal. But we'll wait and see, I suppose. Here's Kehrer now for West Ham. He plays the ball looking for Declan Rice and finds him. What can Declan Rice do with this? He attempts to create something for Manchester United, for West Ham United. Here's Souček. And it's back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice swings across in. It seems to just avoid everybody and goes all the way through to Fernandes on the corner of the penalty area. And Fernandes tries to clear it, but only as far as Benrahma. Benrahma is comfortably dispossessed. Good work there by McTominay. The shot comes in, it's blocked and cleared away by Manchester United. So good work by them in defence. Kurt Zouma cuts across and tries to stop that clearance from reaching Fernandes, and that's good work by him. He plays the ball back to Areola. And it's cleared downfield, and it's won by Michail Antonio, but good work by Casemiro. But Casemiro is adjudged to have fouled Michail Antonio. 1 shot on target for West Ham off 6 attempts. 15 attempts for Manchester United, 3 on target. It has been a very quiet second half so far. Luke says, shush, you're ruining my plans. This half's been quiet, so I'm trying to make something happen. Well, you're definitely right, Luke. It's been a quiet second half for sure. Here's Benrahma looking to see if he can change that. Benrahma gives it to Rice, and it's back to Cresswell. The cross comes in, it's headed out, and Casemiro now just gives the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, clever play by him. He holds the ball up. And now Luke Shaw is chasing this. Kehrer is going to get there first. Good challenge by him. There's nothing wrong with that. The referee allows the game to go on. Kehrer, he's got Fornals here now. Fornals with a cross. And there's Antonio. Oh, good defending. Oh, good work that time by Dalot. Just gets ahead of Antonio. Again, this is good work by Dalot. Just knocks the ball away. Again, Michail Antonio might have had a free header there. Antonio wriggles away. Is he going to get a shot away? Antonio with a shot! Super save by David De Gea. Well, that's the best move by West Ham in the second half for sure. Michail Antonio, he was all of about 25 yards out. Super save, it has to be said, by David De Gea. But that's the closest West Ham have come in this game, I would say, as a whole, certainly in this half. And it'll be a corner now to West Ham United with 8 minutes to go. And I will have to consider making my player of the match soon. The corner comes in. It's headed out by Maguire as far as Fred, but Fred is not able to control it. Benrahma. The ball is swung in and it's flicked on. Oh, what a save! What a superb save from the flick on from Kurt Zouma. Oh, that was very nearly 1-1. And had it not been for some acrobatic goalkeeping, well, it seemed to come from nowhere. The cross came in. The flick on from Zouma, I just saw him flick it on. There didn't appear to be much power behind it, but he gets the header on. What a super save! And the corner comes in now for West Ham, and it's bouncing around there in the penalty area. It's hacked away by Maguire, and it'll be a throw in level with the Manchester United penalty area. All of a sudden, West Ham are piling on some pressure. Luke says, I just knew Antonio would be a good addition. I have to say I agree with you. Thilo Kehrer. Thilo Kehrer now is going to probably attempt the long throw in, but West Ham now are starting to turn the screws as they try to get an equaliser. Flicked on by Souček. Antonio with a shot, but it goes wide. Well, over and wide, really. He's now down. Oh, he's clinging to hold his ankle. He looks in a lot of pain. Looks like they'll get the officials on. I have to consider my man of the match probably in the next few minutes. Very interested and keen to learn what that actually might have been Kurt Zouma. Actually, let's have a look. Yes, it was Kurt Zouma, and he's down now, clutching his ankle. He's in a lot of pain. Just received a kicking from McTominay, and he's limping on now. Is Kurt Zouma? So I have to consider my player of the match, and this one's going to be a challenging one, I think, because we've really had a quiet second half, and the first half both teams fairly even Stevens. So I'm just gonna have to have a think about this one for a little while, but I will give you my answer shortly. David De Gea with the goal kick, right-footed downfield, and it just seems to escape everybody. That's going to go out for a throw-in to West Ham United midway inside their own half. It's Aaron Cresswell to take it. So Manchester United now. So it's been excellent game management by them. And good work there by Fred, but it's dispossessed. And now here's Said Benrahma. Benrahma cuts inside looking for Antonio, but cleared away. And it's got a good clearance on that. Kurt Zouma was unable to control it, and it's going to be a throw-in. And Fernandes reacting angrily to Kurt Zouma. I don't know why Manchester United are winning. Let Kurt Zouma waste time. Just seems a bit of a silly thing to do by Fernandes there. It's only going to invite the attention of the referee. And going to be a throw-in here, and I am going to name my player of the match here in just a moment. And the ball is played forward to Fernandes. Fernandes, he's just going to swing the ball in. He gives it to McTominay. McTominay swings the ball in. There's a header! Oh, it hits the post by Fred! Oh, I say! The ball in by McTominay, and Fred's header just hits the post. And, well, again, it's a free header. He's onside, there's no question about that, but it's a free header. Areola beaten, and it just hits the post. I am going to name my player of the match here in just a moment. I'm just going to send it into my producer as well. So I believe the player of the match today has been Marcus Rashford. Not just the goal he scored, but he's also been involved in a lot of Manchester United's attacking play, both through the middle and often when he's drifted down the sides. So my player of the match today, sponsored by Commentary Services, is Marcus Rashford. Declan Rice with a shot, and it just takes a deflection, and it's going to go behind for a corner to West Ham off Lisandro Martinez. Got a comment in the comment section. Yes, nearly made you eat your words, Luke. Imagine that. Assisted by McTominay, scored from Fred. Corner to Manchester United. Sorry, to West Ham United. It's swung in. And it's just headed away by Maguire now. He gets it as far as Fred. Fred had more time than he realised there. He does hack it clear, but he gets it far enough to Ronaldo. They're claiming handball against Ronaldo. Looked more of an accident to me, really. Here's Pablo Fornals. And he gives it back to Areola. And as time ticks down here at Old Trafford, Manchester United managing this game very well. Areola. And it's with Creswell. He plays the ball forward to Antonio. He's sandwiched out of it by McTominay and Dalot. And here's Fred now. And the ball is long over on the far side looking for Ronaldo. Areola reads it and comes out and claims that comfortably. And West Ham now going to start to build up from the back, but time is running out for the Hammers. Creswell. Fornals. He's got a bit of space in front of him. What's he going to do with it? He's got Said Benrahma who's switched sides. Said Benrahma now down this right-hand side. And it's Declan Rice now. Rice. It's a poor ball, but Fornals recovers it. Benrahma recovers it. And Benrahma just tries to play the ball through there to Kira, but Kira is dispossessed. And Ronaldo picks up the ball just inside, midway inside his own half. He gives the ball to Rashford. Rashford's got space in front of him. Oh, it's a good challenge by Kurt Zouma. And he wins the ball back to West Ham, stops Rashford in his tracks there. And of course, Rashford, player of the match, but also the goal scorer. It's got his goal on 38th minute. Is the difference between these two teams. And here is Bowen. Bowen, middle of the park. He's got some space in front of him. He looks like he was tripped there by Fernandez. Fernandez not happy with that, and he's going to go into the book. And I'm not surprised. There has been a few tackles by Fernandez now that he's gotten away with, and the referee has suitably punished Fernandez on this occasion, and he will receive the yellow card. And that means, of course, that Fernandez is suspended for the next Premier League match for Manchester United, which is Aston Villa away. So free kick now for West Ham, and it's launched in by Cresswell. A couple of Manchester United players go up. Just not quite sure who got the header there, but it's out now with Rashford. Rashford is got Kira over him, and he gives it back, and it's cleared away by Luke Shaw, and it's now back with Cresswell, and he gives it to Benrahma, who gives it back to Cresswell. We're inside injury time now. There is 3 minutes of injury time determined by Mr. Jared Gillett. And here's Fornals, gives it to Bowen. Here's Kira. Kira, long ball. Surely Bowen is offside. The linesman's flag keeps his flag down. And it's a good challenge, in fact, by I think it's Martinez, though, who gets the ball out of play for a corner. Looks like that was determined to be onside. It did look offside from where I was looking, but it is in fact considered to be onside. So it's a corner. And Bowen is going to go over to take it. West Ham have got players up there. Rice, Antonio, of course, Kurt Zouma as well. The usual suspects in there lurking with intent. It's a poor corner. It's headed away. And Fred now has it for Manchester United. Fred has got Benrahma around him. He's got options. Long ball, but nobody was up there with him. And Alfonso Areola now has the ball. And he gives it to Kira. Kira launches the ball forward long. And it's just going to miss Souček. And it's going to go through to David De Gea in the Manchester United goal. And Maguire is asking the referee how much time is left. We've got 1 minute of injury time minimum left, and of course what we all need to be reminded of is that 3 minutes is the minimum amount of stoppage time. If the referee, Chris Kavanagh, determines that more should be added, then that, of course, can be done. Here's Rice. Rice, long ball over on the far side. Really good ball to Pablo Fornals, full length of the pitch. And Fornals now gets into the penalty area. What can he do? It's right across. It's bouncing around there. And Bowen was just not able to get the touch on it that was decisive enough to put it past De Gea. Oh, that was a great chance. It was right there for Bowen, and he just wasn't able to divert it into the Manchester United goal. Just for a second there, the United defence fell asleep. Here's Benrahma. Benrahma gets the ball back off Rice. Benrahma. He's got a bit of space now. Good challenge there by Maguire. The shot comes in. Oh, what a super save by David De Gea. Oh, what about that? That's a third outstanding save he's made in this second half to maintain the lead for United. Let's just see who it comes out to. Declan Rice. Super one-handed save to his left-hand side. And, oh, the chance we're looking at there from Bowen as well. The cross comes in. The goalkeeper's up there. It's bouncing around. It's cleared away by De Gea. And that's it. It's full time. And Manchester United hold on to a 1-0 win over West Ham. They can thank David De Gea for 3 vital saves in the second half. And they recognise that, the Manchester United defence. Martinez is clinging on. 3 wonderful saves in the second half. From one from Kurt Zouma, one from, of course, Declan Rice. And Manchester United hold on to beat West Ham 1-0 at Old Trafford. And that's your final score here. Ross, over to you.
Thank you very much there to Paul James. We'll be back in round about 5 minutes time to give you the roundup of the results, and then we'll be getting Paul's reaction to the game that we've watched before finishing around about 7:15 this evening. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Commentary Hub. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the in the league clash between Manchester United and West Ham United. Let me remind you what's happened in the Premier League today. There's been just the 2 matches in the Premier League today, and I'll be able to tell you all about those now. We finish in the Premier League today. Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0, and Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. Fantastic commentary from Paul James on the second of those 2 matches. As we now just take a quick look at what that means, those results mean for the Premier League table. Arsenal back on top, 2 points clear of Manchester City following their 5-0 demolition of Nottingham Forest. Man City remain in second on 29 points, Arsenal on 31. Tottenham remain in third on 26. Newcastle remain in the top 4 on 24 points. Manchester United move up to 5th, 2 points above Chelsea, a point behind the top 4. Chelsea are in 6th on 21 points. Fulham are in 7th after their goalless draw yesterday, with Everton there on 19 points. Brighton, who beat Chelsea yesterday 4-1, they are currently in 18th place. Currently in 8th place on 18 points, should I say. Liverpool are in 9th despite their defeat to Leeds United yesterday on 16 points. Crystal Palace at 10th on 16 points as well. If we look at the bottom half of the table then, and in 11th is Brentford on 15 points. 12th is Everton on 14 points. West Ham are in 13th on 14 points. Bournemouth are 14th on 13 points. Leeds United, after their impressive display yesterday and victory, are up to 15th. They're on 12 points from 12 games, with a game in and over the teams in and around them. Aston Villa are 16th on 12 points as well. Southampton are in 17th on 12 points as well. Leicester in the bottom 3 in 18th place on 11 points. Wolves are on 10 points, and propping up the division are Nottingham Forest on 9 points. Before we go we'll go through some of the other matches which have taken place today to tell you about those results and scorelines for everyone to listen and to enjoy. So we start off with the Premier League 2, which finished Southampton, which is the under-21s league, by the way, guys, is Southampton 8, Middlesbrough 1, Brighton 2, Chelsea 2. In the Women's Super League, it finished Brighton 0, Tottenham 8, Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1, Everton 0, Manchester United 3, Man City 2, Liverpool 1, Reading 2, Leicester 1. Arsenal against West Ham kicks off just when we go off air at 6:45. In the Women's Championship, Durham 0, Crystal Palace 1, Southampton 1, Sunderland 0, Birmingham 2, Sheffield United 1, Charlton 0, Bristol City 2, Coventry United 0, Lewes 1, London City Lionesses 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. In the Euro Under-17 Championship qualification first round stage, Liechtenstein 0, Azerbaijan 8, and Ukraine 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. In French Ligue 1, it finished Auxerre 1, Ajaccio 0, Brest 0, Reims 0, Monaco 2, Angers 0, Nantes 1, Clermont 1, Rennes 3, Montpellier 0, Lorient 1, Nice 2. Lyon against Lille is at 7:45 this evening. In the German Bundesliga, Union Berlin 2, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1. 8 is a result. 87 minutes gone is Schalke 0, Freiburg 2. At 6:30 is Cologne against Offenheim. In the Italian Serie A, Empoli 0, Atalanta 2, Cremonese 0, Udinese 0, Spezia 1, Fiorentina 2, Lazio 1, Salernitana 1 on 57 minutes. That game, Torino against AC Milan, evening kickoff at 7:45. Dutch Eredivisie, all games are results in this one. Just 4 games took place today's. FC MN 0, Groningen 0, PSV Eindhoven 3, Nemjin 0, FC 23, Waalwijk 0, AZ Alkmaar 2, Voldem 1. In the Scottish Premiership, it finished Livingston 0, Celtic 3, and Ross County 1, Hearts 2. In La Liga, it finished Osasuna 2, Real Valladolid 0, Real Madrid 1, Girona 1, Athletic Club 0, Villarreal 0 is the latest score on 43 minutes, almost at half time in that one, with Real Sociedad taking on Real Betis at 8 p.m. this evening. In the MLS, Los Angeles take on Austin in one of the first of the conference final to go into the major final. That's the 7 p.m. kickoff this evening as well. And in the Women's World Cup, under 17s this is. In the third place playoff, we finished Nigeria 3, Germany 3. Nigeria winning 3-2 on penalties. And in the final, finished Colombia 0, Spain 1 with an own goal from Guzman in the 82nd minute, condemning Colombia to defeat in the Women's Under-17 World Cup final. So commiserations to them and congratulations to Spain. We'll just finish off for the final half hour or so with bringing Paul back in, as the fans have now left the stadium this evening. Now we can see all the fans have all gone, and we can fetch Paul James back in. Fantastic game there, Paul. Brilliant commentary, as Luke Riley pointed out. He said in the comments, he says, that was a brilliant comms today, Paul. Fantastic stuff, my friend. Fantastic performance. Your passion and your commentary is getting better week in, week out when you do the commentaries. Just talk to us about the overall game. Do you think that was a fair result on reflection, or would you have to say that a draw might have been a fair result in your opinion, Paul?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks for that feedback. That's very kind of you. And Luke, thank you. Very, very kind of you both to give me that sort of feedback. It's always appreciated. Yes, I think in all, I think a draw probably would have been a fair result. But David De Gea has made some outstanding saves. They left me a bit breathless, really. Some of the saves that he made. They were just amazing. I was very tempted to change my mind on the player of the match, but I think all in all, I think probably a draw would have been a fair result.
Yes, and when you look at it overall, Paul, you say there a draw probably been a fair result. Did you think West Ham really threatened David De Gea's goal as much as what David Moyes would have liked them to do?
I think it took a bit too long. That was the only problem. They were very quiet for most of the second half, but then so were Manchester United. But they were chasing the game with West Ham, and I think they took a little bit too long in the end to get themselves pressure in Manchester United, to put Manchester United under considerable pressure. I think they just took a little bit too long to do that. But I think given what they have done today, West Ham, I think they can take heart from that performance.
They can indeed, Paul. They can indeed. And earlier on, you brought a breakdown on the Ronaldo, on the Rashford 100 goals for Manchester United, which were, for people just tuning in now, was 6-7 in the Premier League, 7 in the FA Cup, 8 in the League Cup, 12 in the Champions League, and 10 in the Europa League. I have now got his goals breakdown from whether he was scoring with his right foot, his left foot, his head, inside the box, outside the box, penalties, free kicks, and just so if anyone's interested out there, he has scored 82 of his 100 goals with his right foot, 11 with his left, 7 with his head, 88 outside the box, 12 inside the box. He has scored 9 penalties in his 100 goals for Manchester United, and he has also scored 4 free kicks as well. When you look at those sort of stats. Majority of his goals have come from outside of the box for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford obviously was your player of the match. You explained why in the commentary as well. When you look at those sort of statistics there, majority of his goals outside of the box. Do you think that's down to opposition not closing him down quickly enough and having him finding that extra yard of space to get the strikes away there, Paul?
I don't know if it's really just down to that. I think it's down to. I think it's largely down to the fact that he's not just a predator in the box. Like he's not somebody that is like, I would say, a Gary Lineker in his time. He's very much likes to go outside the box. If you saw today, you saw him down on the wings a few times today, getting the crosses in. He was cutting inside the penalty area. He was cutting outside the penalty area. I think he's in excellent form, and I think I'll be surprised if he's not on the plane to Qatar. But I think he's just a generally different sort of a striker. He's not a predator per se.
Yes, like I said, 88 inside the box, 12 outside. Those 12, look, some of his goals have been inside the box. Like today, he was inside the box with an header. Majority of his goals have been inside the box, just probably getting down onto knockdowns from corners and just finishing them off like a striker, like you would expect strikers to do. 7 headers as well, Paul. And when you look at that statistic, some of the defenses he's come up against over his time at Manchester United in the Premier League and in Europe as well. So and in the FA and League Cups and the Europa League as well and Champions League. Considering he's managed to score 7 headers, he's played games against Real Madrid, Barcelona, teams like that who have not got bad quality players on there. It says a lot for Rashford to get that many headers against some quality opposition that he's played against. Would you have to agree with that statement there, Paul?
Yeah, I also think Rashford is underrated. I think he's better than what people give him credit for. I think he's not going to be a Haaland that scores lots and lots and lots of goals or a Harry Kane, but he's not just a goal scorer. He works hard as well. He creates chances, and seeing from that header today, I think you'd agree he's not bad in the air, is he?
No, he's not bad in the air. He can score plenty enough goals. Just having a touch upon West Ham United. Obviously, they lost 1-0 and Ariola didn't really have much to do in that second half when he came on for Lucas Fabianski, who we wish a speedy recovery to after hearing that he picked up an injury to his ankle in the first half, which is why Alphonse Ariola came on for him. If he's going to be out long term, Lucas Fabianski, which obviously at this moment in time we don't know the extent of his injury, do you feel like that game or that team could be more solid with Ariola on the pitch rather than Lucas Fabianski, or do you think Lucas Fabianski could be a big miss for West Ham United moving forward, Paul, in your opinion, from what you've seen of the Hammers this season?
Well, I only hope for West Ham's sake that it's not a long-term injury because he has been a staple in that team, a solid goalkeeper, fantastic shot stopper. And in all fairness, I think it would be a huge loss for West Ham if he's out long term. If he's going to miss the World Cup, it's going to be a massive loss for Poland as well, who of course are already in a reasonably difficult group with Argentina and Mexico alongside them. So I think it's going to be a very. It's. I hope it's not long term. You don't want to see a player get injured anyway, but it's not. I hope it's not long term.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone in the commentary, myself, Paul, Mike, whoever you hear on the channel wishes Lucas Fabianski a speedy recovery. Hope he's not out long term enough that that doesn't damage his World Cup hopes with Poland. We're just looking at, if you look at I was looking a bit ago as well, some of the movement from Rashford today, and some fantastic movement for him, and some fantastic bit of play from him. Is all round, as you mentioned, he's not just a goal scorers, overall team play, can play well. When he comes, if he does get called up to the national side for the World Cup, he'll probably have that thing where he missed in the Euros in the final in the shootout for England. And do you think that could play a part in him going into the World Cup if he does get selected back? That playing on back of his mind on if England get to a final again and it goes down to a shootout competition. Paul, do you think that could play on his mind a little bit?
Well, all I'll say is this, Ross. If we looked at players and judged players based on penalty shootouts, England wouldn't be able to field a squad. We know all together that England has been wretched at penalty shootouts down the years. And I think he mustn't let it play on his mind. I would hope that he doesn't, because he's a very talented player. And I'm not an England fan, so okay, but I will tell you that England are a better team with him in it.
Yes, and one thing which could be a blow to England in the Arsenal game earlier on today, Bukayo Saka limped off injured in that game. Hopefully his injury is not as bad as first feared and bad as what we thought it would be. So if it, speedy recovery to him for his injury today that he picked up in the game against Nottingham Forest as well. So if Saka is out and Rashford doesn't get called in, do you think England could have a big problems on the wings, Paul? And do you see someone? I know it probably won't go there because we've got the likes of Bowen and Grealish and Foden and Sterling who can play out wide. Would you think there could be a real opportunity for someone, say like a Jack Harrison at Leeds, if he continues the form that he showed at the beginning, form that he showed in the game against Liverpool last night? Do you think he could have a chance again in the squad, say if there is injuries to say like say if Rashford just pick up an injury between now and the World Cup, and Saka's injury is bad as for where he looked earlier today? Hopefully that's not the case for Saka. Do you think someone like someone who's not been called up yet could potentially get a chance to be called up to the squad?
Oh, anything's possible. I hope Saka recovers and he's able to make the World Cup, because this is what players work towards their entire career. So I really hope that Saka's able to make it. In the event that he's not, then yes, Harrison, and it does open the door for other players. I don't think. I think Saka is a fantastic player, and I think again England would be weakened without him. They do have replacements, of course, like the names you just mentioned, but I think England would be weakened without a Bukayo Saka in the lineup.
Yes, absolutely. Just final 15 minutes and I'll just run through some of the scores and then you can tell me which other results stand out to you, Paul, from the weekend's matches. I'll just run through every score and you can tell me about which couple of matches stand out to you in terms of the scoreline, and you can also tell us the reason why for our listeners as well. So in the Premier League on Saturday lunchtime, we finished Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1. At 3 o'clock, it was Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 3, Brentford 1, Wolves 1, Brighton 4, Chelsea 1, Newcastle 4, Aston Villa 0. In the at 5:30 kickoff, it was Fulham 0, Everton 0. In the 7:45 kickoff, it was Liverpool 1, Leeds United 2. Yes, Leeds United fans, you aren't dreaming. It did finish 2-1 to Leeds United at Anfield yesterday. Also, earlier today finished Arsenal 5, Nottingham Forest 0, and then Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. So when you hear those scores there, Paul, and look at those scores there, which scores stand out to you, my friend, and the reason why?
Well, the 4-1 victory for Brighton over Chelsea is huge. Obviously, Graham Potter was going back to the Falmouth Stadium as an opposition manager this time. It's my understanding that certain members of the Brighton supporters were singing "You're going to get sacked in the morning." These members of that were these Brighton supporters that were making that chant need to realise that they're in that position they are right now because of Graham Potter. So a little bit of restraint might be in order there. But Brighton obviously have been under a little bit of pressure lately. They've had results go against them the last few games and have slipped down the league. So it was a great performance by them to come back and beat Chelsea 4-1. And obviously Chelsea have to now recover because I believe they have Arsenal next. So it's not an easy time for them either. But I think that performance by Brighton was outstanding. Obviously the Leeds game springs to mind. Let's be honest. I'm delighted for Jesse Marsch because I think I'm glad. I know we would differ on opinions on this, Russ, and I know that you don't want Jesse Marsch to continue in the job. But I think he's been a breath of fresh air in the Premier League. I like some of his ideas. When he was at Salzburg, I know Salzburg dominate the Austrian Bundesliga because they've just got all the money, they've got all the backing. But I think some of the work that he's done is really good, and I like some of his ideas. I like the fact that obviously that team was playing for him. There's no doubt about that. So obviously the team want him to remain in charge. And if, as he says, is correct that the directors want him to stay in charge, I think then that's a united front, and that's the best you can ask for at the moment, in my opinion.
Yes, and one thing on the Leeds United thing as well, Paul, which you may have seen me mention last night, Crescencio Somerville scored the Leeds United winning goal last night, which saw Leeds United win at Anfield for the first time since April 2001, which was 6 months before Crescencio Somerville was born. He was born 6 months later and is his 21st birthday today, so a fantastic birthday present for him. It was also Van Dijk's first Premier League loss at Anfield in 4.5 years. Liverpool's first Premier League loss at home in 1.5 years. And that's Leeds United's first win at Anfield in 21 years. April 2001 since Leeds United last won at Anfield. So there were records broken there last night. And on behalf of myself, Paul, Mike, Jack Cunningham, who's helping behind the scenes, Barry Swain, Chris Coughlin, Dan Shaw, Ollie Wright, Jack Essen, Josh Bailey, Kieran Hill, Kieran Riley, Luke Turton, Liam Brusby, Martin Diaz, Matt Cairns, Nicholas Jones, yourself, Paul, Ryan Madden, Sean Kelly, and Warren Bishop. We would all like to wish one of our senior commentators, John Stuttard, and I'm sure all JB Sports listeners and the TCUB2 and Storm FM listeners as well would like to wish him the best. Who is having an hernia operation tomorrow. Good luck to yourself, JB, from everyone at the TCUB. Hopefully it goes well and hopefully you have a speedy recovery, my friend. Anything you would like to say on that, Paul?
Yeah, thank you. Good luck, JB. I know you'll get through the operation just fine, and we'll be having you in the commentary box again real soon. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Yes, I just wanted to finish on that message there to one of our senior members of the commentary team in JB. Very big thank you to Paul there for listening in, for his brilliant commentary and his contribution to the programme today. Big thank you to Luke Turton for getting his comments in throughout the afternoon as well and early evening. So as we leave you then at 6:34 p.m. UK time, as the clocks went back last night, Manchester United didn't go back. Man United went forward. They climbed up the table. West Ham remained still. It finished. Manchester United won. West Ham United in the Premier League. From myself, Paul, and all the team here. Good luck, JB, and thank you very much for listening. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.